Hey guys, and welcome to Reborning 103. Today we're going to touch on just where do we sell these little cuties. While we're talking about that, I'm going to be changing my Paris kit. So I have her sitting right here. I'm going to back up some when I get started so that you can actually see her. I have her sitting here, but first I want to talk about this little fellow here. And this sculpt I could not actually find. I've looked everywhere for his sculpt and I can't find him. But what I did find out was that he's part of a series that were with not special needs kids, but kind of with special needs kids, which would explain why some of his features are the way they are. He also has what looks appears to be kind of like a cleft lip, and he also has a club foot. Let me see if I can't bring him a little closer. We're gonna be testing this chair's rollability all day. But yeah, his foot is just a touch overly bent, and which is not a horrible thing because one, he's a little baby, and he's not in pain. Club feet are really a bad thing for baby. They do fix them while they're this little, so they won't remember, but it does hurt, and they have him in little casts and stuff like that. But he's my little snuggle baby, and we love him. Yes, we love our little Joshua. So we're gonna put Joshua down and snag Miss Paris. I haven't changed her in a little while, just simply because one, she's just super cute in this outfit, and when I find one that's really super cute, I kind of leave them in the outfit for quite wow, which is why Mila has been stuck in her little retro kitty cat outfit for probably a few months now. But I will get to getting her changed. Summer is midway through, and she is still. It's more of a fall outfit. She does have her arm sleeves rolled up, but also Mila's arms are 1/4, so they stop about right there. So unfortunately for her, I have to put her in something that covers that. I have seen some, like, what is it with the little like lace things instead. I may attempt to try to get her something like that, so it looks kind of cooler instead of her just being in a long sleeve that's rolled up. Um, all right, so let's get started, shall we? Um, where do we sell these babies? Now, of course, in person to me would be awesome. If you have a community that's local that shares reborns, it'd be awesome if you could kind of get involved in it and be like, hey, you know what? I make them. So I'm gonna be your go-to local guy. You don't have to wait for it to come in the mail, hold your breath, all that kind of stuff. There's great selling points to that. Now, it's also something that if you're not a social person, if you're a social butterfly, and you really don't feel comfortable with introducing dolls, especially because at the end of the day, the world only sees them as dolls. But if you feel comfortable with that, you that's great. That's the best way to sell your little one. Now, the next thing, the next best way, I'm gonna see how show y'all something. I'm really like maybe I'm slow and maybe I just don't pay attention, but I didn't realize she could kind of like bend her legs that way. That's so cute. Okay, all right, back to the discussion. I'm sorry, but yeah, um, if you're bold and can do that, that's awesome, and you can. One, you're gonna make some great friends, and you're gonna make some like-minded friends that are really gonna make it even fun for you, definitely fun for them. One suggestion is if you're gonna go that route, is to get a brick and mortar, and basically that means you have a whole building that you're actually gonna dedicate to it. And what would be your selling point would definitely be saying, "Hey, I'll teach you how to do it." And what I would do, my that was my ultimate dream, but I kind of stalled out on it because, again, like I said, I'm a social butterfly. You'd be surprised. YouTube has helped me kind of get out of that mode, and I'm actually making myself. I had to make myself. It's more comfortable for me now but to actually be talkative on other people's channel, respond to them, respond to questions asked, and stuff like that, and be approachable. And it's really good to be approachable, even if you do sell online, because people are going to ask you questions and people are going to have concerns. And if they feel like you are not being sociable, or they feel like they're having to chase you down to ask those questions, this is the outfit we're going to put on this little one. We are not going to put the booties on. We're just going to use the shirt, the little um, bib, can't talk today, and the cute little pants that are under there. So, but anyway, yeah, if you're not sociable, you're not a social butterfly, then let's move on to the next step. Your next step would be to build a website. Now, again, that does force you to have to network. And as long there is all kind of sites, there's Instagram, there's TikTok, there's Facebook. I'm naming those three, and I know there's more, but those are the three that I know offhand, and two of them I'm actively a part of. So I do have a Facebook page, and I do have a Instagram. My Instagram doesn't have my branded name, and we'll get into that a little further on in this class. But so if you look for me on Instagram, it's under a whole different name. It's under Kitty Kisses, because it was supposed to be kind of a hey, it's me page, not so much focused on the babies. So I may go and change that, because I really want all my things connected to the same site. I'm gonna take this cute little ribbon off her head and kind of ruffle this hair up. I do have the mohair stuff, so we'll definitely spray our hair and get it done. But if you're bold enough to get a website, you're gonna have to pay for it in advance, and you're gonna have to figure out how they're gonna be able to pay you. We're not gonna even suggest snail mail, because there's way too many ways you can actually get money sent to you. For me personally, I do have a PayPal, and I do have a Cash App. Cash App is basically, I have reserved right now for my kids, for sending and receiving money from them. But there, that is an option if you wanted to take it. Um, PayPal, of course, is well known, and most people trust PayPal. There's Zelle, of course, and I believe it's another one, but forgive me again. I know the WhatsApp does money, but I'm not exactly sure how safe that is, and I don't want to put an idea in your head if I don't feel like it's safe. You can also get with credit card companies, Visa, MasterCard. Now, that's what I'm saying. It's going to take some legwork on your time, and find out how much it would cost if you got like a credit card kind of type deal. And I cannot get this loose. Okay, oh, there appears. But if you could get a pricing, I believe they charge you by the swipe. So you'd have to find out how much it costs. So if it'll be worth it. And of course, by swipe, I mean someone putting in their information. Now it kind of protects you, because they have to put in their information, but anyone can cancel a card. So it would be better, or dispute a charge rather. So it would be safer or better if you were able to kind of keep that factor off the table. That's why PayPal for me is awesome, because PayPal is like, no, they ship the item to you, you cannot cancel. I want to see something. I'm not gonna leave the hat on her head. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see little girls in hats, and this is proof to me why I kind of don't see little girls in these little skull caps. Plus, not to mention the fact that you're not protecting her head from losing heat, because she has plenty of hair on her head. But anyway, so you take a chance when you do it that way, but it is possible for you to get your website out. Now, if you're going to build a website, you're going to have to brand yourself, which basically means that you have to put your name out there. And i.e., for me, Kitten's Corner is on everything. And it was unbeknownst to me, but it's actually now my email name. When people email me, or receive an email from me, they don't receive an email with my real name anymore. They receive an email with my branded name, Kitten's Corner. So I have to explain to people because it's actually a low key way to introduce people to what you do. So people in Kiss Kitten Corner, if you look it up on YouTube, you're gonna find it. You look it up on Facebook, you're gonna find my page there, and so on and so forth. Again, I would probably gone ahead and change the Instagram too, so everything's kind of tied in together. But I have started trying to put items on Instagram. I'm actually kind of new to it. Um, I'm not exactly sure how to work it, but I'm learning through trying to communicate with some of the artists over there, and I mean not artists but collectors over there. So if they say, hey, I have an Instagram page, I pretty much try to go and add it and see how they are using it and what they are displaying, and then I of course put my items over as much as I can. Um, or am learning to. So, say you don't want to do the work of building a website, or you're not suave enough. I know I am not, because there's a lot to it. And if you don't know what you're doing, it could be a disaster, and it could be a disaster you paid for. So, the next thing would be to, and I'm only doing it in this order because I want to end with the one I'm actually using. So, the next thing would be reborns.com. I know for a fact that a few of the artists that I have followed or am following are on that website, and obviously it works really good for them, because why be on something if it's not? I know for a fact the one that I got the Ansley kit from left eBay and went to reborns.com. I'm also aware that unireborndad is uh has a has some of his dolls over there as well. Now, to me, it's really new. I haven't been bold enough to kind of check it out, so I can't give you a yay or a nay on it. But obviously, it works pretty good for them, because when I surf the site and look for things and specifically type their names in and stuff like that, the dolls that they may have had on are sold, so that means somebody's buying them. I have to put her little pink socks back on, but I don't know. I might leave her little tootsies free. It is summertime. But yeah, so reborns.com is, I don't know if it's new, but it's new to me. So I will do my research on that, and if you want to go that route, do your research on that. I'm not sure of the fees and stuff like that, so I don't want to fib and tell you it's going to be way cheaper than eBay. But according to the person that I bought Ensley from, she her reason for leaving leaving eBay was simply because it was expensive. So therefore, she's saying that reborn.com is cheaper. I'm sorry, I'm looking at something. I was looking at the doll like, what is on your head? But it's her hair is kind of looped in her earring, so I have to go fix that. But not right now. So the next thing is Etsy, Amazon, but I'm not exactly sure if you can sell like individual dolls on Amazon. I'm not really sure of their prices. But when I did my research, I actually went to Etsy first, because Etsy is where I saw some dolls I wanted. So I was like, it might as well be where the collector in me can surf dolls, and the seller can sell dolls that I'm selling. Etsy is expensive, and unlike eBay, now Etsy I do know because I really want to be a part of that world, but it's kind of expensive, and there's a membership. So, and it's not cute. She's so cute, but there's a membership to be a part of that page. So whether you sell anything or you're just out to get a to just be shopping, you're going to spend a good bit of coins on Etsy. And of course, the doll's prices are reflected in the fact that you're spending so much money. So because they are not going to take a pay cut just so that they can give you a better deal when they're paying so much to even be in that website. So the next thing is good old eBay. And now when I first joined eBay and Spring Flower, in case you're looking, when I told you I have to darn this deep sea dive for bows, this is what I'm talking about. This is where all my bows are, and I do have way too many bows. That's because every time I see a cute set of bows, I go ahead and get them. That's not a good thing at times, but it's fun to see what you have and kind of be like, oh yeah, I do have that kind of deal. This one would be cute. Go with the purple. Yeah, we're gonna put this one on her head. Yay, I found that one right off the top. That was awesome. We're gonna get a baby brush because she do has a type of mohair. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but it has the feel of mohair. So I do have to deep sea dive for the mohair spray. I figured out that my other bottles of it from that I got from the little mini Reborn thing was actually put away somewhere else. So brush, and so we got our bow, we got our brush. Now we need to find our hairspray. I really need a better system. ETU, while we are deep sea diving, eBay is where I went because eBay allows you, I found it, to do free listings, which means basically eBay goes, hey, we don't get paid, so you get paid. Now, when I first got started, that was actually an awesome deal because it's really cool because so you could put the doll on for a lower price. You can give your the people who buy your dolls a discount because you're not being hit with all kind of fees. Now, what eBay has slowly done, of course, is basically was like, yeah, we're gonna take over where you've allowed PayPal to run, and we're going to get our money off the top. And oh yeah, by the way, we're going to charge more than the amount they were charging, which was when I first got started about 7%. And now it is definitely around about, I want to even say 11 or 12%. So say you sell a baby for 500 and they're getting 12%, they're darn near taking 100 for themselves. And they do include shipping in that quote unquote fee. So it's really, if you're not pricing your dolls right, unfortunately for the buyer, you're gonna find yourself losing money. Her hair is a little dry to me. Alright, so you're gonna find yourself losing money. So you don't want to lose money because there's no point of it at that point. So when you do your pricing, you need to make sure that you are including cost of making the doll, which includes what it costs to buy the kit, what it costs to buy the hair. And if you can remember way back when on part one, we documented how much everything costs, and you should also pay yourself. So that means, and it doesn't really matter, I pulled $10 an hour out of the air because for me it's more of a hobby than a career choice. So yeah, $10 an hour is pretty good. It's kind of on the low ball side for myself, but I don't want my dolls to start off at about $700 or $800, and just because I want to get a high price, one, it's going to scare people away, and two, it's not really fair. And I don't want to be that person that offers the doll and not have the person be like, I just spent all this money. Yeah, because I know how that feels. I know how that feels. And knowing how it feels when you feel like you didn't get what you ordered or something like that, but you spent like you ordered it, is puts you in a better position of how you should sell them. I'm gonna put Paris right here and let her rock while I finish this conversation. I hope she looks really pretty to you guys. She looks really cute to me. So yeah, so those are the places you can sell your dolls. And when I say brand, I mean get yourself out there. You should also give yourself a mission statement. And the mission statement shouldn't be something complex and hard for you to remember. It should definitely be something that inspires you to keep doing it. For me, I put changing lives one doll at a time, and it keeps reminding me that I am actually doing this because I want my dolls to make a difference. I want them to join people's family and join people family that really love them. So if that's how I market my babies. Now, to keep from being too scammed, you really need to stand firm on prices. Once you had it, don't back down, because if they get you to back down, their thought process is, see, I knew this doll wasn't worth getting. And because that's kind of what I would think. That's why I paid so much for Ansley, is because I went and looked up her kit, and her kit alone was almost $200. So needless to say, everything that happened, I understood why the seller was like, I really need to sell this baby. But yeah, it to for her to her it worked out well. Unfortunately for me, I had to pick up the pieces on that, but that's fine. It happens. Okay, so quick medical update. I am slotted to finally get this procedure done. Get little man over here. He was looking lonely laying there. His cute little self. Yeah, so I'm gonna get the procedure done fairly soon, and I'm going to hopefully be back on track, get my PT, and get back working somewhere. Will I get another culinary job, or will I reapply for the one that I had? Most likely at this point, no, because my back is not going to get 100% better. And to put my back in a position where I could damage it more and just not be feeling it. And just because I'm not feeling it doesn't mean that I'm not damaging my back. I don't want to end up in a wheelchair or something because I made stupid mistakes because I thought that, well, I don't feel it, so I must be better. And then, so yeah. So wisdom says that I need to protect my back from now on at all costs. And unfortunately, that means giving up something I really loved and cared about. I really love working in the kitchen. I love being around the people. I loved creating new things, and that's why I got into reborning, because it's literally the same thing to me. It's an art. I'm taking someone else's idea and turning it into my own with how I paint it and so on and so forth, and enjoying getting little ones from other artists and other places, and getting to see them up close and getting to know these little ones. They're very therapeutic for me. And that's the other thing for me. I want people to feel like they're very therapeutic for them. So, moving forward, next time we're going to do a quick vid on shopping and what to look for and what you're aiming for. The next one after that is going to actually be a photo shoot of little Miss Mackenzie. She's over there sleeping, of course, but yeah, I'm pretty much feel comfortable with where she's at paint wise, and she has glitter on her. I haven't a clue where she has glitter from, but she does have glitter on her. But yeah, we're going to get her photo shoot done, some do's and some don'ts, and then we're going to actually get her on eBay, which of course is my site. And then of course the last final video will be when and if she sells. And we're gonna do a 10-day auction just because I feel like the way eBay has everything set up, those 7 days really don't give people the time to find her. And the ones that are actually looking for this specific kit, by the time they realize that I have her available, they may not have had time to decide whether they can get her or get funds together and stuff like that. And I had people say, "Are you going to put her back on? Or are you going to put him back on?" So that I I'm going to have the money at da 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 date. Or they'll go, if I go ahead and bid on it and win, can you wait a certain amount of time? Unfortunately for me, and I have to tell them I can't, and it's not because I'm a mean, grouchy person, but eBay literally gives them 7 days. And that's the other thing, eBay, and I'll definitely talk on that a little more in the next video. But eBay protects the seller, protects the buyer by saying you need to have this shipped out in a certain amount of time. And it protects the seller by saying, yeah, that buyer didn't pay, don't send this doll out. So because they won't even post where you're shipping it until they pay, you can't ship it. So unfortunately for the person, they're on a time clock when they actually win the bid. But it's good for you because if it's someone that's just quote unquote playing around, it gives you a chance. You have to wait those 7 days because legally they've won it, and legally they have. It's literally like you're walking to the Walmart or any other store counter with the item in your cart, and then you detour because you're still looking or what have you until you put that item back on the shelf. The store can't sell it to anyone else because it's in your cart, which means you intend on buying it. And people don't really get that. They're like, well, I bid on it, but I told you it's going to take me 10 days to get the money. What you should have done was, I tell them, I strongly suggest they withdraw their bid, wait till I put it back on. If no one else has bid on it, that's the chance you take, and then place the bid again. That way they have a cushion and they know they have the money, so they don't need to spend it. Unless, of course, they're trying to flim flam you, which I've had happen. But that's for another video. That's for another story. I hope that you guys are having the greatest of the summer. It has went from overly hot to raining every afternoon, and I'm pretty sure today is no exception. And I'm pretty sure today is no, it's going to be no exception to this rule. And so let us sit back and do a little paperwork and get ready for my little grandbaby to show up. So I hope, guys, like I said, I hope you're having a great day. I hope this was informative. I'm realizing that it's running long, but hanging out is fun. So I hope that you had fun hanging out with little Miss Parrish and little Mr. Joshua, who is looks like he done nodded off. So we'll see you next time on Kitten's Corner. Bye, guys.